Okay, so I'm getting tested. In case you're wondering about the mask, this is for someone just came out to talk to me, and I'm not going to record while they're talking to me for their privacy, but maybe this is going to be interesting for people to see, like, the process of being tested. In case you're wondering, this is for other people's protection, not mine, because if I am potentially carrying the virus, well, this is going to contain my water vapor and stuff like that. So once I finally got through to the place that's been designated as a testing center, and managed to be able to borrow a car that is going to be able to have some time to decontaminate afterwards. It was very quick, actually. They said, when can you come? And they gave me a time slot like half an hour away, and yes, I can make that, and away we go. As you come in, there's a security guard at the driveway, and he checks and says, sorry, the mask's steaming up my glasses, and checks if your name is on the list, if you've made the appointment, and then he indicates to drive further in. There's cones, blocking things off, drive further in, and then you drive into this little, like, tenty thing, and someone just came out, I guess a nurse, and she's all covered in, she's got a mask and gloves and a protective gown, and yeah, that's it for now. She just came to check my name, and now she's checking someone else, and I guess she's going to come back and do the test soon, and I'll let you know how that goes. And then they just gave me a little follow-up call on my phone asking if I was on site yet. So they're very prompt when you actually get into the right part of the system, so that is encouraging. Obviously the system overall is under load, but at the sharp end of things, they seem to be quite onto it, quite organized, which is great. Well, that was quite something. I don't know if you can see the tears in my eyes. I better move on out of here, and then I'll tell you all about it soon. Okay, so I'm back from the testing center, so I can tell you all about it. So first they handed me some information. It's all pretty basic. And I had a chance to ask some questions. So I asked some specific questions about, well, largely around the self-isolation and how that impacts on other people around me. I have a pretty good self-isolation setup here. I self-contained, completely separate bathroom. So there's very minimal crossover of any sort with anyone else. So I asked about that, and she said that's fine, can carry on as you are, or rather the others can carry on as they are, because we're not having any close contact. And then also asked about the car, seeing as I did manage to borrow a car and it's not mine. I explained it's not my car. What do I need to do about this? I don't know if she might have been able to guess that the little pink car wasn't mine. But she said basically in the clinic, when they spray things down with disinfectant, they then leave the room and they just let it sit for an hour. But maybe for a car, because it's a more confined space, if I spray down and wipe down all the surfaces with disinfectant, maybe a day or so, and it should be fine for someone else to use it. So that's good. It means I haven't taken that car out of action for someone for too long. Again, I'm really, really lucky that I have family members who are really nice and caring and self-sacrificing and able to help me out. For someone else, though, they might not have been able to get a test in my situation. They might not have been able to get to the testing center. And obviously I've been talking to different people about the fact that was going to go and get a test, or couldn't get there. And a number of people said, well, can't they come to you? And I think that does make a lot of sense. I guess they're not geared up for that yet. But they do have community health nurses who are already in cars going out doing, all manner of things, visiting people. Surely, my circumstance is a little bit unusual, returning to the country without a car, but there's going to be a bunch of other people who, you know, at some point are going to be in that situation, maybe that's something to look at going forwards, is having some sort of mobile testing center where they come to you and do the test. Might make a lot of sense. But anyway, they don't seem to be quite there with that yet. Okay, so on to the actual test. So, a couple of things. I'm going to throw these in the bin in a moment. So, first thing, a tissue. She says blow your nose into the tissue to clear everything out. Okay, do that. Into the bin it goes. And then the next thing was cover my mouth and one nostril with this paper towel. And that is to, that'll go in the bin right now too. That is to reduce the aerosol, so any droplet spray from my breath or even from my nose, any vapor, you know, reduce any of that coming into contact with the nurse doing the test. So she's just got access to one nostril. And basically the test, it's a long, quite an extra long, extra skinny, like a cotton swab, like kind of like an earbud, but longer and skinnier. And she says, tilt your head back, and it's going to stay in for about 10 seconds, and it's probably going to make your eyes water. And so she slides it right up in there, and it goes right to the back. It feels like it's going right up into the sinus in between all the turbinates back there. And yeah, it's not very comfortable. Your nose has all this apparatus to stop stuff from getting back in there. It's not really a natural thing. And so good thing she warned about it. And so yeah, and then she counts to 10 and then says, okay, it's coming out again. And roar, you feel it pull back out. And as you might have been able to see, might not be too easy to see in the little video clip from before, yeah, certainly made my eyes water a little bit. And that was it. Not very comfortable, but basically pretty painless. Not really a problem either. And at the moment, it's 5 days. They say it's about 5 days to get the test results. Now, my understanding is the test doesn't take that long, but it's that they're doing a lot of tests right now, and that's how long it's for them to get through all of those tests. So yeah, meanwhile, I just wait. It probably doesn't make a lot of difference to me. The one thing it might make a difference to is it might end my walks outside for the next 5 days. Because given that instead of just being someone who's traveled and is at risk, now I'm a suspected case. You know, I need to have that extra level of care of staying away from people. I'm not sure. I might research that a bit more, because it would be nice to still be able to walk around a little bit. But worst comes to worst, I do have the balcony. I can go outside on the balcony and get a little bit of fresh air there. And yeah, that's how it is. So hopefully that's interesting for some people. That is what the testing procedure certainly here in New Zealand is like. That's what you can expect at the moment. That may change going forwards. It's a constantly evolving thing. Okay, so that was recorded yesterday, actually. So just a quick little update today. My symptoms, largely the same, except I have been coughing a lot more. It's just sort of developed a little bit in terms of the cough. And unfortunately being tired from all of the mucking around, finally to get the test, I lay down for probably longer than I should have. And it's kind of settled in my chest a little bit, but nothing too concerning. What else is going on? Well, with the question of should I allow my beard to grow for COVID-19, it was 4 votes in favour to 2 against, so that is what I'm doing. Now, I haven't let my beard grow in a long time, probably 20 years. So last time I did it, I had a lot more hair on the top of my head. So this is going to be interesting. I've never done the shaved head and grown beard thing before. And what else? Okay, so my sister has also just returned back into the country. So now we have 2 of us self-isolated in different parts of the house, staying separate from each other and staying separate from everyone else. So yeah, just to make things even more interesting. And let's see, I've had a few people ask me what kind of Qigong you should do if you do have symptoms of COVID-19. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I think I might leave that for tomorrow in a vlog then, because I'm hoping there won't be too many other updates to tell you, and I'll be able to focus more on something like that. And today I need to get on. I've got a bunch of emails and different things I need to keep up with, because much as the world may be disrupted by what's going on, it doesn't stop. There's a lot of things that need to carry on. All right, hope you are all well and happy. I understand more and more of the world is pretty much in the same situation as me right now, in lockdown or isolation of some sort. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.